Okay, we have a fresh grid out here, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put a gem out there. So let's get a gem, put it on the C-plane. We'll zoom in here and we'll make it around a 2.5, around a 5 pointer, something like that. And we'll hit enter. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just copy that, duplicate it, and from this center point, and just hold down shift, drag it over a little bit, somewhere around, maybe here. We can always adjust it later. We're really not going to use this one, but we want it there for reference. Then from here, what I'm going to do is go to my curves menu, go to line, change it to yellow or creation layer, and then with my O snaps on, quad, okay, should be able to snap on there. No, it's not, so that's okay. Zoom in as close as we can, and then I'm just going to hold down shift and drag it out. And then I'm going to take this curve and offset it a 0.5. So 0.5. Alright, then I'm going to do the same thing over here with this one. Get it pretty close to where I can hopefully get it. And then drag it out, hold down shift. And then I'm going to offset this one a negative 0.5. Okay, so we have our two curves out there, hopefully in the center of each stone. And then what we're going to do from here is just do a blend curve. I'm going to try the blend curve parametric, and we'll take that one and that one. Okay, and it's on the wrong side. You can see I can't drag it out the way I want it. So come over to your dynamic commands and find flip first curve and flip second curve. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of get a shape that I kind of like. Something like that. What is it? 0.70, 0.8. What's it? Yeah, 0.7. Let's string it out. 0.8, 0.8. So let's try that. And I'm going to go accept that and hit enter. Alright, so we have this here. And now what I'm going to do is just take this and mirror it, since we're operating off the C-plane, which is really good. I think I need to rotate it though, but let's try mirror. No, mirror's it. And then hit enter. So now those are okay. So I'll just take that and take this, and we'll turn it to gray and turn it off. Alright, so there we have our this is the side I really want. I don't want this one. I'll just take this one here. So on this one, I'm not sure I like that, but we'll try. We'll go to tools, and we'll get a profile, and we'll put it on that curve, and let's take a look, see how it put it up there, upside down, of course. So we'll flip it 180. So there we go. And then we'll go to our right view. First, let's go ahead and just change that profile. We're going to go ahead and just do something with like this one. It's easiest for now. And then we're going to bring that in to about 1.5 maybe. And then we want to drag that down a little ways, maybe a little bit more. And then we want to make it larger than our stone. It's about 3/4 millimeter. That might be okay. 1/2 mil, yeah. Okay, we'll go ahead and accept that. Oh wait, I need to add more profiles. So let's hit edit, and then from here let's try adding one. Let's look on the top view, adding one kind of right in the middle here, and adding one on the very end. So I want to kind of do a little curvature to them. So we'll go here. Okay, so we'll go to the right view here, and we'll drag that up there, and then we'll take this one, we'll go to this one here, and we'll drag that up also. But this one I want to make a little bit taller, and we'll drag that up to where it's close to the same as this. Alright, and we'll hit enter. Okay, now let's take a look. So we have 3 profiles out there. They're all the same width, one's just a little higher. So let's do a sweep and see what that looks like. Sweep 1, select our rail, first curve, second curve, third curve, and we got something messed up. So let's just back out of that. What you always kind of have to do, it's probably this one here or this one. So we'll go back to our curves. We'll go to Edit Tools in our Curves menu, and we'll check Close Seam. Okay, it's going that way. Let's take this one and do the same thing. Right click. Okay, it's at the top, so it's this one. And then hit enter. And we'll take this one again, do it again. It's facing out. That one again, facing out. And this one again. Oh, okay, so, and facing out. So they should be okay. So we'll go back to our surface. Surface 1. Wait a minute, we want to do parametric. Surface 1 parametric. Select our rail, select our curve, profile, 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 and hit enter. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of goes up, comes down. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is back out of that again, and let's just take this curve, and I'm going to delete it. And let's just do that sweep again. Go from here, here to here, and hit enter. Okay, that's a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and just drag that out a little. And it looks like it's cutting in just a little too much, so we'll go ahead and hit enter. And then I'll take this curve and kind of 6.2, 0.51. Okay, I'm going to undo that, and then I'm just going to click here and type in 0.5. Okay, that's too much, so undo. Type in 0.25. Ooh, oh, okay, I see. Okay, we'll redo that. Well, let's just drag in, it'd be easier. 0.53. Alright, and then we'll just go over here to this one here. Since I broke history, I can't go back to the curves, and go to a 0.53. There we go. Okay. Alright, so there we go. And it looks like it's going into the curve. By the time we hammer that down, it'll be fine. Alright, so there's that. Okay, and we'll go ahead and hit enter. Well, escape out of that. And now what I'm going to do is go to settings and just put a under bezel on it. And we want to make sure it's touching our, I don't like it sticking out that far though. So let's go in a little bit. Yeah, it's doing okay. Let's turn on. It cuts in there a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, and it's okay that it sticks out because we're going to cut it to rail or pull the rail, one of the two, when we're going to have everything up top. Alright, so here we go. Let's just go ahead and accept that, and I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and start a new job bag and put simple design. And I'm just going to go ahead and job bag everything we have, and I'm going to turn back off gray. Alright, so there's that. Now we need to get a ring rail out there. Ring rail, so we'll just take a size 7. Hit enter. Yeah, okay. And then I'm just going to take all this and pull it down out of the way because we don't really need that. But let's go back. Let's keep everything. Be safe. Take everything and just pull it out of the way. And it doesn't want to take that one, so we'll just delete it. We don't need it. Alright, so here we have our ring rail, and I'm going to go to gems on curve. And I know you think I'm crazy because how are you going to put gems on that curve? It's the ring rail, but you'll see in a second. Let's see. First thing I want to do is go to our front menu, or front view, and I'm just going to drag it over and kind of place that Q-lit as close to that line as I can get. And then I'm going to drag this side up to about the same point, as close to as I can get. And then we're going to spacing, give a little bit of spacing, something like that. And we'll go ahead and make our stones a little larger. 2.5 is probably fine. Alright. And everything should maintain the distances and everything. And then we're going to drag it up and out. So, okay, so it can only go up to 2, so if that's all you want, that's fine. But if not, placement, right? Placement 2, you can type in a 3 and it'll push it out there. But we'll just keep it at a 2.5. How's that? Alright, so, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. We'll click on the screen and then hit enter. Alright, so here we go. We have this. Alright. At this point, you could join all this together, but I found that it's just a little easier, seems like, to keep it separate. So I'm going to go up to gems and click Orient to gems. Now, the difference between doing this and a flow-on surface is that it won't distort the items. You know, when you flow it on the surface, it sometimes stretches it, or it kind of deforms some of the things. So that's why you have a rigid command for flow-on surface and a non-rigid. So this should keep everything tight and clean. So let's go ahead and do the Orient to gem. Okay, so here we click on here, select the base gem. That's our gem that we build everything off of, and then select the object you want to flow, and that's this thing, and then hit enter. Now we select our target gems, and we select those, and then hit enter, and it throws all those up there. Okay, as you can see right now, they're not going to our bottom of our ring rail. So that's real easy to fix. Just hit enter, take this and adjust it, the one on the bottom, and adjust it. And then of course it's way high, right? So we want to drop it down some. Let's go to the front view so we can get a good look at how much we have. That's about 1 millimeter. You can probably go a little lower and hit drag it down a little more so that all of them are coming through. And that looks about good. So we'll take that. And now let's go to our perspective and take a look at it. So we got all kind of big long things out there. Okay. Let's go to our front view. Alright, it kind of looks like it's okay, that's right. So right now I have these up here, but well, we don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and do the other flow on surface actually, or flow to object, and that's again up in the gems menu, orient to, where's it at? Orient to gem, and select my base gem, select my under bezel, hit enter, select my gems, hit enter, and it places my gem there. And again, you can see that it's a little it's not coming down, so we need to make some adjustments. So let's go back to this bezel, and this time I'm just going to go here to the editor, and I'm just going to drag that bezel down and hit enter. Okay, so they're all up there now. All right. So now I'm going to take this, and of course I'm missing something on this side, right? So I need to ungroup these, and then I'm just going to take this one and rotate it, copy, yes, from F4, and hold down Shift and bring it around, hold down Shift and click. Okay, now I have everything up there, right? So let's go ahead and take these and hide them. Alright, so there's our base surface. Everything's pretty much flowed on there, and I guess I'll go ahead and do right now, so when I go to put the shank on, I have a better view of it, is do the cut to ring rail. And so I'll go, I can never find that command, so I'll just go to CUT, hit enter, there it is, cut to ring rail. Select surfaces, that's all these green, and hit enter, and it cut to ring rail. So everything's cut to the ring rail now. I should have probably left one stone off, but we'll go ahead and continue, and then I'll hit enter. And now from here it's very simple. Just go to your ring rail and go to tools and go to profile placer. There's our profile, bring it down into our item there. Okay, it's going to stick out, but we can do a boolean and cut that out. And how thick is that? 4 millimeter? No, let's leave it up there, and then we'll go ahead and go to our front view, and we'll hold down Shift, and it'll snap to these edges. So I'm going to snap to the bottom here, and I'll go to my perspective, and I'll make this just a little bit smaller, and my height is 2. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Okay, so hit enter, and then from here what we'll do is we'll do a surface sweep 1 from here, there, and hit enter. Okay, and I'm going to leave it closed because we need to do some work on it. Actually, this doesn't need to be, but we need to boolean this, so it does need to be. And I'll go ahead and let's take a look at it and see. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit too wide, so I'll just go ahead and hit enter, but we'll go back and modify this profile, this one here. We'll bring it in a little bit. I don't want it going into that rail there too much. There. Just so it goes in a little bit. And we'll have to cut that one to a ring rail. I forgot to pick that one. And we'll hit enter. And from here, what I'll do, well, it looks like it cut it, but it didn't. Well, actually, I could just delete that. Oh, okay. There we go. It's there. All right. so there it is. And then from here, what I'm going to do is going to do a boolean. This is a closed surface. This is a closed surface. I'm going to ungroup them again, so I don't need all of them. I just want this one. And we'll go to tools. And, oh, sorry, solids. Boolean difference. We'll take this surface. Actually, before I do the boolean, let's job bag it. And actually, let's job bag everything. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm going to turn gray off again, and I'm going to go ahead and hide these again. Alright, so now let's try that boolean. Boolean difference. We'll take this surface, hit enter, take this surface and hit enter. Okay, there we go. And we'll accept that. Okay. So now they're joined, so let's unjoin them. Take this and delete it. Okay, so now it's gone. And we'll go ahead and mirror this one over for the 100th time. Oh, sorry, not mirror. Complete command, yeah. Okay, so we'll take this and we'll rotate copy. F4. Hold down shift, whip it around, hold down shift, click, and you're out. Alright, so there we go. Alright, and from here what we're going to do is go to this surface, and we broke history, so we can't go back, so we'll just explode it for right now. Let's see, where's it at? Well, actually, before I do that, let's take this and put it on this layer. Be easier, and we'll turn these off. So let's take this and explode it, nuke it, and then just get rid of this cap, delete it. Alright, and then we'll take this, well, these surfaces, and then rejoin them. Okay, so we should have an open surface, yes. Alright, and then we're going to mirror this from F4, hold down shift, and click enter, and then we're going to take this and join these together, and there's my OBS. Broke history again, it's okay. And check it, closed surface, we're fine. And then I'll turn back on my green. Alright, so here, okay, wait a minute. Did I rotate that or mirror it? Okay, let's go back. Alright, so I need to take this surface. Let's rotate it. F4, hold down shift, bring it around, hold down shift, hit enter. Oh, I didn't hit copy. So let's do that again. Alright, this time objects to rotate, hit enter, copy, yes, F4, try this again, and holding down shift, and should be fine this time. Yeah, okay, so we have everything okay. Let's take this and hide it. Well, I'll change it to this color and turn it off for a second, okay, so it doesn't go in. Alright, let's change it back to green. Now it's just getting it. You could sit there and just get rid of your stones, of course, and then just mesh repair it. Go to manufacturing and mesh repair it. It would give you a mesh that works fine. But let's hide our gems for a second. Okay, those aren't going to work. I don't like those holes, not at all. Alright, so let's first go to our gems and get our cutters out there, of course. Cutters. This time we're going to use the Azure cutters. Okay, we don't really want to cut. I don't like cutting the channel, my seat for the stone with the cutters. I'd much rather do that myself. So we're going to get rid of that seat. Well, that's girl rotation. I don't want that. I want girl offset, I want to take it in. I don't want it, and I want to take that in. Okay, so if you look at it, it's just going to really cut the hole out for me, not so much do anything with the seat. I'll drag that up a little, and let's see, anything else I want to mess around with? Table offset? No. That should be okay. Just make sure that it comes through far enough, and I'll go ahead and hit enter. And then what I'm going to do is do another boolean. So I'll go to tools, boolean different, or sorry, solids, boolean different, take all green, that's my first surface, and then I'll take all orange, my cutters, and that's my second surface. Hit enter, and accept that, hit enter, and now I have some nice decent holes in there. I don't have to really worry too much. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll take this, it's joined. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. We'll do a boolean union. This surface, wait a minute, this and this need to be joined. This surface and this surface. Okay, so now it should be closed surface. Okay, so we'll try and do a boolean union. I don't know how this will work, but we'll see. Boolean union. We'll take this as our first surface here. Okay, and then we'll just go boolean group. We'll try that, and then hit enter. Okay, and there's our item. We'll take this and turn it off. So we'll just take all of this real quick, and we have a closed surface, and we'll just drag it over just to see what it looks like. Okay, so I have one item there, so I'll go ahead and undo that. Yeah, oh, I want the second part. Okay. Let's go forward one more. Okay. Alright, now I can turn this off, and there's a double here, so let's get rid of that. Just, we'll delete it. We don't need it. And we'll just check everything real quick for any kind of duplicate objects. It doesn't say anything, so hopefully that's okay. And if we go to, now we have, I could have probably brought those down a little more, but that gives you an idea of what you can do with object on curve. There's a lot you could do with it. It just seems to hold things together a little tighter when you put them up next to the gems. So it offers a little bit more control, I guess. But it doesn't matter, because if it's flow on surface, you can transform it 2D, 1D, 3D to get it to match up. So it's really not a big difference. All right. Hope the video helps you out. If it did, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and good designing.